Hey guys, we are back. I am so sorry about that. I have no idea. I'm never gonna be able to explain what happened, but I literally thought that the way that I have OBS set up, I have two different sound cards, and this is so that I can avoid using voice meter. And the reason I try to avoid doing that is because voice meter introduces a whole bunch of lag. I know that you guys already see lag like through my webcam and everything, but I get even more lag through my MIDI and my audio whenever I try to use FL Studio at the same time. So I have audio going from my Focusrite sound card into my M Audio sound card, and that is connected to OBS Studio. And the reason I do that is because in FL Studio, I'm able to still use my Focusrite sound card, but normally when you try to connect that to OBS only recognizes your desktop audio, and it doesn't count FL Studio as your desktop audio. So that's why everyone uses Voicemeeter to recognize that, because it sends all the audio from FL Studio into your desktop, and then you're able to hear the audio in OBS. But by having two sound cards, I'm literally using the audio from FL Studio into the inputs of my M Audio sound card, which is basically my desktop sound card, and that goes into OBS. So that way I get my mic and FL Studio all at the same time. That probably makes zero sense to any of you, but basically, for whatever reason, I don't know what happened. I literally thought that my second sound card, I thought that maybe I busted one of the components in it, because last night I definitely I clipped the crap out of my second sound card, and I thought that maybe that was the issue. But somehow, some way, just by going back into FL Studio and closing it out, I literally just figured this out in the very last second, like right before I started streaming again. That whole entire time, I had no idea what was going on. I literally thought that the sound card was broken, but it literally just fixed itself. Like all of a sudden, I could see both the left and the right signal peaking at the same time. As you guys heard earlier, it was all coming on, well, not all, but most of the signal was on the right side. So I restarted my computer, which is what really took the longest, and did all kinds of tests, and I could not figure it out. But just by opening FL Studio and closing it, it fixed it. So hey, we lucked out, because if that if that didn't fix itself, I wouldn't even be able to make tutorials. So, and I literally told myself, well, I'm not going to make tutorials until January then, because I don't get my first big paycheck until January. So yeah, we were about to go like weeks without another tutorial. But yeah, I'm glad the audio is working again. I'm still unfortunately, I'm still not able to see how many people are in the chat. I don't know why that's going on with my browser. Let me try and reload it on this screen here and see if maybe this refreshes it or something. Okay, well, that one's picking it up. But it's saying only 3 people are watching. And this other one says 0 people are watching. So I know it's not accurate. Yeah, now it says 2. Let me try and refresh it. It's not even that important for me to know how many people, but it's nice to know when we do have our peaks, when we break milestones and whatnot. And now I'm not even able to log back into this main one. Let me... Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely sorry that this. It's been 45 minutes. That's insane. 45 minutes. So that took almost an hour to fix. Yeah, I'm using my phone, my browser, and an iPad, and none of them are registering how many people are watching. They all say 0 right now. If I were to hop on YouTube, it would tell me how many people are watching on YouTube, but it doesn't count Twitch or Facebook or my Facebook group or my Facebook page. So it's not an accurate number if I just use YouTube. Let's see. What else do I want to do here? Let me log into Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, make sure I'm live there. Cool. Alrighty. Oh, jeez. That was quite the turn of events. It's really nice seeing a nice mono signal, or not mono, but for the mic. The mic is mono, obviously. But it's nice seeing both of those bars peaking and hitting at the exact same time versus before. Yeah, as soon as you guys said there was something wrong with the audio, I looked at the meters, and sure enough, it was just completely tilted left and right. The left side was way down and the right side was way up, so I knew you guys were hearing something weird. But yeah, and on top of that, the in the past I was able to stream on OBS, and OBS would tell me how many people are at least watching on YouTube, but it doesn't even do that anymore. So I don't know. I'm not sure why it does. Why the numbers and the analytics are getting worse and worse in terms of me trying to monitor. Like, as soon as I find a solution, it takes that solution away. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm actually considering only streaming on YouTube. But if I do that, then I'm going to have to share it on Facebook, and that's just more steps for me, and I don't like doing extra stuff. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's not giving me any numbers. Let me open up YouTube and just at least see how many people are on YouTube. So yeah, it looks like we have 9 watching on YouTube right now. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll leave my Facebook open on this right here. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. But I'll do that after the stream. So we have let's see. Yeah, Simo, Raphael, Aton, and middle school. So let's start at the top here with Raphael. I think I saw like another random submission here. Jason MC. Yeah. If you're looking to enter into any of the beat battles, make sure that you post your beats in the beat critique section, and the top 6 will be chosen for next Monday's beat battle. So that's how that works. The link is in the description below if you're not in the Discord yet. If you're on Twitch, the link is right under the main window on the left side. Just enter in your username and email, and you'll be instantly signed up for Discord, and then just submit your beats in the beat critique section, which is probably loaded with beats right now. So let's get the show on the road here. Raphael. Evil Inside. Raphael with a flex beat. I was not expecting that. Kick is knocking, bass is knocking. I was kind of worried about the kick at the beginning. Little gunplay. Drums are nice and punchy. I'm not really a fan of the main sound that you're using though. That main synth. Some reverse effects. And I can hear an artist on this. Yeah, this main melody right here, I'm not a fan of the sound selection on that one. Man, you all should be worried about each other. All of you guys are sick. Raphael, Simo, middle school, Aton. This will definitely be our most competitive battle yet. Yeah, I totally was not expecting a flex beat from Raphael. Especially since this is beat number 13 that he's ever made. Yeah, you could hear that Raphael has a lot going on, but there's nice pockets. Nice pockets for an artist. A groove that I feel like a rapper would enjoy. Yeah, that's fire. That is fire. Next we have Simo. That's so crazy. Raphael definitely came to battle. Because that's definitely not his style. Really curious how this is about to drop. Totally making me think of Pirates. Nice. Yeah, I told you guys this is the most competitive beat battle that we've had. I know people that have like you could have 16 people, 32 people, and you still wouldn't have the amount of talent that's just within these 4 people. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Simo, it's about time though, because yeah, it's about freaking time, dude. It's about freaking time. Simo's been in like 3 or 4 beat battles, and I feel like I can say this because I talk Simo up a lot, but the last beats that he's been turning in for his beat battles have been horrible compared to what Simo usually does. And this is, not only is this on par with Simo, but this is definitely high level Simo that we're hearing right here. I can't believe we still have Aton in middle school left. This is insane. And I'm still like dumbfounded about Raphael because that was his first flex type beat ever, and he freaking murdered it. My God, man. So many switch ups. Definitely had a nice groove to it. Good job on the mix. Great job on the mix. I really have nothing to say about the mix. Usually, when you listen to some of Simo's mixes, they're not quite this clean. This is, yeah. In terms of the mix, I think this is one of the best mixes he's done. I'm trying to think of when you found the time to even do that, because I've been listening to the other projects that you've been working on and how long you've been working on them. To come out with a beat like that, like, I definitely wasn't expecting that, because that sounds like you've been working on that longer than all of your other projects. And I know you work quite a while on those other projects. So to have that turned in at the same time while you were doing all the rest of your stuff is just, I can't even imagine right now. Man, literally, I'm having trouble breathing. I'm having trouble breathing. Like, that took my breath away. Both of those beats. It's like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my God. All right. And now we have Aton, who's no joke by any means. Like, oh my God. Aton and Middle School next. This is insane. All right. Aton.
The great living artist.
I'm already subbed to you on my other account. I'll go ahead and sub on this account as well. Nice, chill, laid-back mix. Definitely has the Juice WRLD vibe, for sure. Mix is nice and clean. Plenty of space for an artist. Good grooves. Awesome arrangement.
The great living artist.
Yeah, that's a nice sounding guitar too. Sound selection's definitely on point. Yeah, I'm hearing that a little bit too, Deco. But that's definitely me nitpicking.
The great living artist.
Tay said he might change the 808. Yeah, I can imagine a different 808 on here that could sound a little bit better. But definitely a fire track. Definitely a placement type beat. That could definitely land you a placement, no problem. No problem at all. All right, and the last, but definitely not least, we have middle school. Did you change your name to high school? Now that you've been in high school for a couple years?
Middle.
Yeah, these drums are knocking real nice. Oh, okay, that makes sense. A second account. I like the vocal ear candy here. Nice switch up, 4 on the floor.
The dash is busy, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing in Tootsies. Booked for 3 years, man, you can't even book me. It's me and Lil Baby, the going crazy. Weezy produced it, and Weezy have made me, and she held it down.
Oh,
Got
dude.
a Mercedes.
Perfect switch up right there. Perfect switch up.
I threw it like Brady. The foreign is yellow like Tracy and Katie. I trusted my they never betray me. Did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody said
Dude, this would be so lit on a night out in the club. Like, I would love to hear this on club speakers.
I've been getting money, I ain't worried about what he do. I'm getting money like I'm from the 80s. Man, Dre about to drop, man, it gon' go crazy.
Man, chat, you guys better be ready to vote, because I definitely will need your help. I do have the winner in mind, but we definitely need the help from the chat. Half the chat is the beat battle, though. Let me see how many people we have in the chat now. Yeah, we still... Oh, okay. Never mind. I just had to refresh. So we have 14 people in the chat. Hopefully we could get 10 votes. So that doesn't include our competitors here. So let's get a 1 for Raphael, a 2 for Simo, a 3 for Aton, a 4 for Middle. And what's up, Void LT? Welcome to the live stream. I always appreciate people that come here from Twitch. So we have 1 vote so far. Let's try to get 9 more. At least 9 more. Yeah, and if you competed in the battle, that doesn't mean you can't vote. I mean, definitely vote. Seeing a lot of 4s. A lot of 4s and a lot of 4s and 2s. Akuma Sanctum. That's one of our Super 16. That's one of our Supreme 16 beat battlers. He's actually one of my favorites in the competition so far. If I had these in terms of seeds, he would be towards the top for sure. So far, competing in the Supreme 16, we have Young BS, Sansa, Akuma Sanctum, and Margin. All 4 of which are no joke. They could be a problem for any of the competitors that we heard today. Trust me. Okay, let me scroll up and tally some of these up before I start to lose track. Keep voting, keep voting. It's not too late. Definitely not too late. It is not too late to vote. And if you're in the Discord, you could go in and listen to these yourselves as well. There's still time to vote. after you vote, definitely drop a like for the video. Even if you're watching the replay, likes and comments help the channel more than anything. It would be awesome to get even more competitors and more eyes on you guys. So definitely drop a like. And after the stream goes off air, definitely drop a comment. And yeah, like I said, even if you're watching the replay, likes and comments definitely help. Okay, it was pretty close. It looks like we have, and yes, we are doing beat critiques right after. We're actually starting them up right now. Our winner for today's beat battle is middle school. Middle. So, but congratulations to everyone else that submitted beats, because yeah, you guys were insane. I knew that this beat battle was going to be really close and really difficult. Definitely don't hang your head down getting beat up or beat out by anyone here within that beat battle. I'm actually kind of disappointed that it had to be you four going headed against each other, because yeah, to hear 4 beats like that, I honestly feel like so far we've had 4 different beat battles, right? This is our 5th one. I honestly feel like if any one of you guys were competing in any of the 4 past beat battles, you guys might be the 4 that are competing in the Supreme 16. That's how good these beats were, to be completely honest here. But I do feel that guys like Akuma Sanctum, Margin, Sansa, and Young BS are definitely going to be a problem here in the Supreme 16 as well. So I'm glad that they are also in it. Definitely don't give up on submitting more beats into the beat critique for additional chances to make it into the beat battle, because we still have 11 more beat battles to go before the actual beat battle. So these are just the preliminary rounds. So again, don't feel bad if you didn't make it into the actual battle, which also reminds me that even if you didn't make it into the battle, keep making beats as if you are already in the Supreme 16 and you have to submit a beat to be in the beat battle. That way, by the time the actual beat battle comes around, you are more than prepared and you had a beat that you had been working on. And it's not, you know, just random or out of the blue where you're all of a sudden in a beat battle and you don't have anything prepared. Let's see. So, middle school is our 5th competitor. So yeah, yeah, I definitely feel for Simo, because he's been in so many rounds already. But especially with the beat that he submitted today, it was so good. I don't know if I can imagine I don't know if I can imagine better beats from you guys, but I have a feeling that that's exactly what we're going to hear in these next few battles and critiques. So, but let's get this started. Let me see where we're at. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have so many beats to listen to. So I am going to go through these as fast as possible. Yeah, I think this is where we ended. Yeah, I do remember listening to those. Yep, for sure. So we have Short Jab, Said. And because we have so many submissions, please forgive me for skipping around your beats. I'm really trying to just give you guys a quick critique and let you know what you can improve on, instead of taking as long as I usually do. For sure, Aton, yeah. As long as the beats haven't been played on this stream, you can absolutely send other beats. But yeah, good question. That's something that I need to remind people of. Make sure that you're not submitting beats that we critiqued for the beat battles. They should be new beats or beats that the stream hasn't heard yet, if that makes sense. Sound selection sounds a little dated here. The track is really slow, pretty ambient though. The mix sounds okay. It's just that low end is kind of lacking a little bit. You do have this kick drum, but it's a very, very light kick drum. So I would work on that low end more than anything. But as I usually say, don't necessarily go and try to make that beat better. Just move on to the next track and make a new beat with the advice, where you beef up that low end. Even for an ambient track, we still need that kick drum and that bass. DJ Vivaldi with another completely different sounding beat. Sounds like a country western. This sounds like it could get placed in a television show. Just needs a little EQ. I could hear like a lot of buildup around the mid-lows, mid-frequencies. But that could easily be fixed with like a nice little high shelf boost. But it might be better to just cut out some of those mid frequencies. Yeah, exactly, Aton. Making beats from A to Z. He has so much talent in like so many different genres. And he knows how to, get these instruments really going, because like each instrument that you hear him use, it has its own personality and its own style. So like he's just really good at combining a lot of different genres and styles all in one track. I think that's why he switches up his arrangements so much, because he just has so much musical knowledge. Like he just ends up doing a lot. He tries to do a lot in one track. I really appreciate that he has figured out a way to narrow these down to just 3 minutes, because before he was in the 6 to 7 minute range. Yeah, this is great. Great arrangement, great composition, really emotional too. But I feel like that would be a great submission into a sound library, because I feel like that would get placed really easily. Really easily. That just has a lot of... I could picture a lot of different scenes for sure with that music. Simo says there's no way he'll get enough inspiration to make another beat like that one. You don't have to make another beat like that one. Just got to make another beat. Trust me, you could win with beats that aren't even as good as that one. Trust me. Like I said, to have all 4 of you guys competing was just wild. It was just happen chance that all 4 of you ended up being in that critique. We just got 2 country songs in a row. What? I'm proud of that. I am so proud of that. Guitars sound real nice. I think there's something going on with your kick though. It has like some tone to it. So because your kick has some tone to it, it's actually out of key of the song. So you might want to go in there and retune your kick, which is normally not something that you have to do, but because your kick has so much tone to it, you could hear that it's not in the key of the song. And when I say the key of the song, really any note in the scale will work. You just got to pick one of those 7 notes, and that should work out better. So just maybe pitch it up or down a couple semitones, and then you'll hear a better choice for your kick. But I love the track. The guitar sounds nice. The mixing sounds nice as well. I just think that you need to pitch that kick. That's all. Yeah, that's really all. Let me show my support. Let's keep playing that while I type in my comment. Brother. Yeah, that low end just needs to get pitched up in terms of that kick, because we're hearing some weird stuff going on down there because it's out of key. Next we have Mookie. How did we get 3 tracks in a row with country western guitars? I'm like really proud of that. I am so proud of that. David Treasure asked if there's any discounts on the Inflightmuzik 2020 drum pack. If you, for anyone in the chat, actually, for anyone in the chat, if you guys would like a, yeah, I'll do this for everyone today. If you guys would like a 50% discount for the Inflightmuzik 2020 drum pack, DM me on Instagram. And that's for anyone that's watching the replay, but that ends today, Friday. But don't worry, it's coming back on Monday. So, yeah. But for anyone that doesn't want to wait until Monday, basically I'm having a Christmas sale. That's also the day that I'm dropping the Inflightmuzik high-tech MIDI pack. It has 60 loops, both with hi-hat MIDIs and open hats. And some of those loops are in FL Studio scores because it has slide notes in it. So it's definitely a pack that I recommend for anyone that has FL Studio. You guys will be getting 50% off of that as well. So you could get both packs for a total of $25 because the Inflightmuzik drum pack is $30 and the MIDI pack is $20. So yeah, for $25 you could get both on Monday. But for anyone that wants the drum pack right now, and you're watching this, you can go ahead and DM me on Instagram or Twitter. Mookie, you got so much better with your with your snare and clap placement. Like even your ghost snares are in the proper place too. Yeah, melody, composition, all that's dope. So now we could start talking about mixing with you. You tend to have a lot more mid-range, low-mid build-up. So go into your sounds and use a high-pass filter to filter out some of those extra lower-end frequencies that are in your sounds, and that should clean it up pretty good. Another one from Mookie. Yeah, I'm guessing both of these are loops, but who knows? I don't think Mookie's here today. Donuts 5. That's his name in the chat. Again, if you're watching, drop a like. Even if you're watching the replay, likes and comments help. Good arrangement, great composition. Really the same exact critique as the last one. Just a lot of mid-range, low mid mud that you could clean up with some EQ. Next we have Maybe Next Time. M&T's. I'm expecting a lot from M&T here. Kick is dope. Bass sounds a little low. I feel like those melodies would sound a little bit better if you had a little bit more clarity in them. Because it sounds like they're meant to be brighter sounds, but it sounds like there's like a blanket over them. Like maybe you possibly low pass them, but because if you did, the amount that you did low pass them is either too much or not enough. Like it's kind of in that in between area where it's like it kind of sounds more like a mistake than an actual choice. For example, when you listen to like a lo-fi track, they'll, low pass the crap out of their sounds. But if you're listening to like a well-produced trap beat, it's usually the opposite. You hear a lot more clarity in those type of sounds. So a little EQ, high-end boost, or low cuts would help. This one has a lot of mud. Yeah, those hi-hats are kind of getting drowned out. They're not very loud. The bass is really subby. Because of how low the bass is, you're probably going to have some people having trouble hearing that on laptop speakers or earbuds. I'm sure they could hear something, but it's not going to sound as good if you had some extra saturation or a little bit of distortion to give it a little bit more high-end, mid-range presence. I do like the melodies, though. And the composition. I feel like the sound selection's probably just fine. Those instruments just need to be cleaned up a little bit with some EQ. So I'm hearing a lot of EQ issues with a lot of these tracks this time around. Usually I hear more leveling issues, but yeah, most of those tracks it was more EQ issues. Next we have Nemo. Man, I'm so glad my sound card's not broken. Nice. Good groove. I love the percussion. Yeah, these drums go. I like the groove a lot. like the little 808 slide that you had in there. Just a nice little touch. This breakdown's pretty dope too. Yeah, I'm just worried about the bass though, because the bass is very mid-rangey. We're not hearing a lot of sub in that bass, so maybe switch that bass out. Next we have Nev, or Neve, Flow.
I saw it when I walk, boy.
Interesting sounds. I like this part a lot better. Before, that sound was kind of piercing the ears a little bit. Yeah, it sounds better when it's filtered out. But it's nice that you're doing some variations to that sound by, you know, adding the filter, taking it away. That creates a little bit more interest in the arrangement, so that's cool. I'd say I'm not really a fan of the melody though, so the composition is kind of taking away from the beat because it's a little too repetitive and there aren't any other melodies going on really. So next we have Craig Dobb Beats. Let's listen on YouTube so I can show my support. Did I comment on here? No, I didn't comment. I'll comment while I play this. Did I mention how happy I am that my sound card's not broken?
Craig Dobb Beats.
You had like 14 different shots fired. Oh man. Oh, something's going on with your kick. It's out of phase with your bass. Like there's no knock in that kick. What's good, Sansa? Overall, the track sounds really dated because of all the guns and the actual sound selection as well. Usually when you hear like guns and stuff, you definitely think of like the 90s. I guess overall this sounds like a 90s beat. Like a 90s West Coast grime type track. Yeah, I guess the title makes sense. Shots fired. There's a lot of shots being fired from all types of weapons for sure. Oh, speaking of Sansa, unfinished project. Hold on. Nice. I think that saxophone's a little too loud though, a little too loud. We turn that down like 3, maybe even 4 or 5 dB. Yeah, that's really all I could say about that. Just turn that down. That would bring up those guitars a lot because those guitars sound like they're doing something really cool in the background. But yeah, if you just turn down that saxophone, that would really help out the other sounds in the track. Moon Meta Beats. Yeah, Aton was hearing the same thing. Yeah, the melody in that background's dope. I like the sound selection. I'm just kind of worried about it being a little too repetitive, even though I do like the melody, but yeah, just a little too repetitive to go throughout the whole track. Nice little switch up here. I like the processing on your instruments here too. Waiting for this kick to come back in. Yeah, there's the kick. Okay, yeah, your kick is knocking too. So yeah, good track. Just got a little repetitive at the beginning, but you did switch it up. So Tay Beats, let's play them on YouTube so we could show our support. Nice sounding guitar. I like the melody of it too already, so. Sick. Yeah, I could hear at the very beginning that this had a lot of potential. There's like so much that you could do with that guitar. Oh no, he broke out the flute too. This on goes. Let me just delete that. Yeah, the drums are hitting real nice. Everything's nice and clean, EQ'd well, well balanced. And like I said, the melodies are dope. Composition was great. The arrangement was real cool too. So yeah, nothing wrong with that beat at all. So make more, make more. That's all you can really say about that when you hear something like that. We had a lot of beats with, or not a lot of beats with gunshots, but we heard beats with gunshots and a bunch of country western beats. This has been an interesting beat critique for sure. Nice. I'm assuming this is Void from Twitch. Yes, it is. Nice. Yeah, good transitions. The track could definitely be cleaned up with some EQ, but I really like that track. The overall grimy feel to it. Yeah, that was a really good track. I'd like to hear more from you because it sounds like you have your own style. Because it was very different. It was unique from, you know, what everyone else is doing.
Artem.
This whole, everyone that watches these, that turns in beats, you all sound pretty unique. I'm definitely proud to listen to you guys. Nice, Aton. Aton said he thought the acapella wasn't in tune. I'm not sure. I didn't really hear much. I guess it was like Future on the track, so he probably was singing. I wasn't really paying attention too much. Nice clean drums, good arrangement, sound selection is dope. Like it takes me over to I don't know if you guys are Marvel fans at all, but that new show on Disney Plus that's coming out, WandaVision. This sounds like something that would be on there, like the instrumentation. It sounds like something from like the 50s or something. Next we have another one from DJ Vivaldi. YouTube link. Sounding like an intro to I was thinking like Blade Runner or something with those pads, but now it's switched up totally. That bass needs to be turned up. That's something that I notice a lot with realistic basses. So he went from like a country western to like a classic rock with his two beat submissions. Oh, Jesus. Nice. Yeah, I like that saxophone layered with those guitars and the processing that you put on them. Gave it a nice throwback feel. Bro, my hearing when it comes to finding the keys of stuff, like for instance, how to find the key of my 808 by using higher octaves sucks. Is there anything I can do to improve hearing different keys? I really don't have advice for that. Yeah, if you can't hear what's going on in terms of the keys, I really don't have any advice for that. If you take an 808 that is already tuned and just practice match, yeah, it's just going to take practice, I guess. It always surprises me when I read something like that where someone says that they have trouble hearing, because if you can't hear it, then yeah, then you can't hear it. Yeah, especially when you're tuning them up multiple octaves. Try to download a program called Key Finder. Unfortunately, I do not know the website. I don't know where you can get the link. I remember when I tried to look it up for someone, I wasn't able to find it. So I don't know if it even exists anymore, but that program will tell you the key of whatever you're playing. Also, I think Serato Sample, that might do it too. You can always right click on the sample and open an audio editor. That'll bring up Edison, and then go to tools and select detect pitch regions under the regions section, and that'll tell you the key or the note of that sample at the beginning of that sample. Sometimes that doesn't always work because depending on how the 808 was sound designed, it might actually blend into a new key just because of the natures of 808s. But that's really all I can really say. It sounds like you're probably going to have to use some tools until you start hearing when something's not in key. Yeah. I have a lot of names written down here right now. I think this is the most names that I've written down for potential beat battles. You maxed this one out, Jesus. Sound selection is dope. And as always, your bass processing is monstrous. I like the hi-hats too. I like that snare too. It sounds like it's multiple layers, but I like the processing on it. But yeah, all the drums were hitting hard. Sansa. Was that a banjo? Pretty sure that's a banjo. David Treasure says he was asking at the new plugin in FL Studio if it detects 808 samples. I don't think so, but I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure. The bass was dope. The melodies were interesting, but yeah, that was a really short snippet. Yeah, I'm not sure about that sound, but I liked all the other sounds for sure. Even the banjo was pretty cool too. That's definitely different. Another one from Void. He says that this one's more a more finished track.
It's not a good.
Yeah, it just time stretches samples, but it doesn't detect the pitch or anything like that. It's called New Time. Another gun beat. Except you use your snares as your guns. Dude, the kick and the 808 are super, super solid. Snare's nice and in your face. Yeah, Void, you didn't even have to submit another beat because I already had your name written down for the beat battle with your first submission, but this one's even better, like you said. A nice filtering automation. Awesome ear candy. Dope, dope kick and 808 roll. Nice snare rolls. More ear candy. Yeah, this beat stays interesting. And then you did a nice little reverse effect there. So yeah, you went all in, and it sounds like you're still going in, even though I just paused it or stopped it. Next we have Sansa. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to go through these pretty quick because we started the stream an hour late. It's so crazy. What? Now this is out of key. That snare is really loud compared to everything else. I do like the level of it, but maybe everything else is just a little too low. Sounds like the 808's out of key too. I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Yeah, the 808's definitely out of key. Yeah, the 808 and the vocals are out of key, so both are out of key. Another one from Simo. Oh yeah, I've heard this one. This is one of my favorite tracks from Simo. Yeah, the bass processing is fire on this. Like the right amount of distortion and static too, to give it that dark, grimy feel. Fire. Did I comment on this one? I don't think I did. I didn't even like it. Just say, keep grinding. He's already in the beat battle anyway. But where am I? Oh, okay, new submissions. Void says this one might be straight trash. Let's find out. I'm not really liking that 808 at the beginning. Or the sound selection on the... It sounds like a fake VST electric guitar. And the drums aren't smacking either. Yeah, no real pocket either. Yeah, good call, Void. Compared to what you've shown us, yeah, that's not on the level of what you're doing currently or what you've done before. But real recognizes real. You recognized it, so. Sansa with another one. And I think after this one, we'll go ahead and name our competitors for Monday. Like I said, Sansa's already in it, so. All these beats with gun sound effects or guns in the freaking picture, it's hilarious. This dude looks like he never shot a gun in his life. I don't shoot a lot of guns, but I can promise I shot more guns than this guy. The instruments are just a little dated. But I think that's something Sansa's been working on. He's usually good with the melodies and the arrangement and everything else, but yeah, just the sounds are usually a little dated. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different names. So let me think about okay. So we have Tay Beats officially in the battle, Void officially in the battle, Aton officially in the battle, and Simo officially in the battle. And then our wild cards are let me listen to Nemo again. Let me go back up here. There he is. You know what? Screw it. We're going to have 4 wild cards. Our wild cards are Ambush, DJ Vivaldi, Nemo, and Moon Meta Beats. Just because we had that one battle where, like today, it looked like we literally had one submission until my computer got messed up. So this guarantees that we will definitely have plenty of producers for the battle on Monday. So you guys even have an extra day to turn these in. So let me type in these names and make sure that I hit enter this time so that you guys can read it. Can't believe I did that. Okay, so we have Tay Beats. This is going to be another crazy battle because Tay Beats and Void. Tay Beats is definitely no joke. Void, if he turns in something along the lines of his second to last beat, that's going to be crazy. Aton and Simo, I think we all are familiar with how sick they are. But yeah, y'all are nuts. Yeah, these battles are getting more and more competitive now. I'm really happy about that. Really happy about that. Wild cards. Nemo. Moon Meta Beats. And then I'm going to talk about how we're going to set up the wild cards in case multiple people drop out or whatever. And ambush. Enter. Cool. Okay, so for Monday, we have Tay Beats, Void, Aton, and Simo. Our wild cards are Nemo, Moon Meta Beats, DJ Vivaldi, and Ambush. Out of all those names, I think this is the first time for Void and Ambush. even though Ambush has been selected before, but he didn't turn in anything for the beat battle. Which, again, might have been my fault because I didn't type in any names here. But, yeah, so anyway, if we have only one person drop out, the way that I will decide who takes their spot out of the wild cards, we'll listen to all the wild card beats first before we start the actual battle, and we will vote on the wild card replacement, and then basically that will be their beat submission into the beat battle, and then we'll listen to the other 3 beats. And if there's 2, we will put up Nemo versus Moon Meta Beats and DJ Vivaldi versus Ambush, or just depending on what order they turn their beats in, that will determine who competes for the 2 spots, and we'll go from there. If there's 3, then we'll just pick 3 out of after we listen to all 4. But I doubt that's going to happen. So, especially with the extra day that you guys have, yeah, sorry about the glitch at the beginning of the stream. I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but I'm really glad that the sound card is not broken. Just thought that I should say that a 10th time. So, yeah, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time. That's also the same time that you have to have your beats submitted by. As long as we haven't done voting yet, as long as you submit your beat before we start voting for the winner, you've made it in time. And that's what I was going to do today. I noticed that I was going to start listening to beats until I noticed that my my sound card was messing up. But right when that happened, everyone else turned in their beats. So they would have made it anyway. So I was really happy about that. But yeah, so Monday will be our next beat battle. I will see you guys Monday for our 6th preliminary round. Until then, keep making beats.